Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this simple suburban house that features a garage and 2 stories. As you can see, the interior is quite spacey, and here's the second floor that I talked about. If you guys enjoy this video, all I ask is that you please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. It helps me out loads and loads and loads. And that's pretty much everything. Let's get started. Before we begin, I should let you know that this house only requires a 10 block area by an 18 block area. 10 blocks going from left to right and 18 blocks going from front to back. You also need all of these materials that I have in my inventory right now. We're going to be starting with the ones in the hotbar. Pause the video if necessary, and I will point out that I might have forgotten a material. I won't know until we get to that point, but I almost certainly always forget something, so I apologize in advance. Pause the video if necessary, grab everything. You might even want to make this grid in your world. It's completely up to you, although it is quite a small house. Well, if you do make the grid, you want to begin on the very front left-hand corner of the grid, which is right here, this very front left-hand corner. And you want to begin by placing a birch fence. And then a birch fence behind that. And then 3 grey concrete going back. 1, 2, 3. And then go up by 2. 1, 2. And then go backwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go up by 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 4 up right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You then want to go right by 1 and do 4 bottom right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and also go down by 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go forwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go down 1, forwards 1, down 1, forwards 1, and then place 2 birch fence in front. 1, 2. Dig into the ground going left, and also dig the block next to it. And place block of quartz in the destroyed ground. Going left of the block of quartz, place a birch fence, and then 1 behind it. Then place a grey concrete, and 1 behind it, and 1 on top, behind, up, and then go behind by 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can then connect that over to the right if you like. So what we should have so far should look like this. You can see that we're getting the frame of the house quite down. So once you have got that taken care of, we want to connect this part of the build here on the front left to the stairs that are going to be here on the front right. The way that we do this is through a use of birchwood slabs connecting one side to the other right at the top, like that. Then place block of quartz behind this and fill in the area behind the block of quartz using block of quartz itself. So to create an even platform, you want to do that. So that leaves you something which should look like this. You want to find the middle block of quartz here, and you want to trace it down to the ground, and place a grey concrete in the ground equal to where the block of quartz is. You then want to place 2 quartz stairs left of this, 1, 2, and 2 quartz stairs right, 1, 2, and stack an entire layer of quartz stairs directly above it. And then I'm quickly going to grab a tripwire hook only because I want to place a tripwire hook in front of the grey concrete block like this. And that is basically like a garage door handle. That's all that is. Well, now once you have that completed, we want to focus a little bit more on the surrounding areas. For instance, the set of stairs which will take us up to the house itself. We want to have a set of stairs positioned here. So like we want to place a quartz stairs right of this block, right here, this block right here, and also this block right here. So a set of 3 stairs coming up diagonally just like that. And they want to be double wide, so once you have placed one stair, do the exact same thing again. And then place a block of quartz behind the stairs just so that you actually have a way to walk around, like so. Well, the fun part now is we want to place the doorway, and the doorway is quite simple. Using either birchwood slabs or birchwood planks are better, we want to begin in this position, and we want to place 3 rows of birchwood planks coming upwards. 1 plank, 2 planks, 3 planks. And then you want to place 2 planks going left of the last plank. 1, 2. It's actually 3 planks, I do apologise. 3, as the door is double wide. And then connect that down to the ground, like this, to create a doorway. Place double doors in the centre of the doorway, if you like. You don't have to place these doors specifically, but some sort of door would be nice. And also place pillar quartz block left and right of the doors, like this, in front of them and outwards from the doors. Then place a row of quartz slab in front of the top half of the birchwood planks, like this. We then want to fill in this area. It might just be easier to fill in this area using grey concrete. So we want to fill in the front of the house using grey concrete, and we do only have to fill in the area around the door. You don't actually want to fill in behind the door because, well, we're going to want to go in there. So we don't want to fill that in. Something like that is perfectly fine. We also want to create a very basic window. So the way that you can position this is quite easy. If you begin on the front bottom left hand corner of the space that you filled in, and you move to the right by 2. 1, 2. And if you move up by 1, destroy that block, the one above it, to the right of it, and down below it, like this. I'm then going to fill the area in with white stained glass pane. Like that. And I'm also going to place iron trapdoors around the windows. So iron trapdoors around the windows like this, on the left and right. And of course, you will find that the iron trapdoors aren't doing anything. It's not because they're lazy. It might be because they're lazy, but it's because they aren't activated. So if you come inside the build, there's probably a better way of doing this, but I don't know it. And I'm just going to place levers, and I'm going to flip them down in correspondence with where the actual iron shutters are. And it'll give you quite a nice effect. I really like how that looks myself. Now, once you have gotten that taken care of, I think that we're going to do a bit of maintenance outside the front of the house. So I'm just going to chuck away a couple of materials. And I'm going to grab light grey concrete, and also flower pots, flowers, and some jungle leaves. Okay, so first I'm going to destroy out in front of where these stairs are. I'm going to delete the grass blocks, and I'm going to replace them with block of quartz. Underneath all of the fenced areas, I'm going to destroy the blocks and replace them with grey concrete. You'll find that that's where the stairs are and where the edge of the driveway is on the left hand side. I'm also going to destroy the area out in front of the garage, so the driveway essentially, and I'm going to delete all these blocks, and I'm going to place light grey concrete. Not only does this create a contrast, it's pretty much just like it's like the color that a driveway would be, just kind of like a grey tarmac or whatever it is they make driveways out of. Now, once you have done that, I'm going to recommend that underneath the window up top, you place a little bit of a bush area. Maybe like place a line underneath and then extend out the two middle blocks to give shape. I always like to hide a flower pot and a poppy somewhere on the build. Not required, I just like to do it. It's just my thing. Once you have done that, we can extend the house. And bear in mind, that is the hard bit completely taken care of. So let's do this. If you move your way to the back of the house and you grab your grey concrete, you want to take the lowest point of the grey concrete that we have on the left hand side of the house, and we want to extend it back by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. You then want to connect that 10th block down to the ground, but also extend that 10th block across the back of the build, like this, and connect it to the opposite point on the front of the build, like so. You can then also connect the corner block downwards like this to create a frame. So we extended backwards by 10, connected down, extended to the right, connected forwards, and also connected down. Pretty easy. Now, once you have done that, we want to take the entire back part of this house, and we want to add 4 rows of grey concrete on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are going to fill in these rows exclusively with grey concrete. Just like this. What we then want to do is on top of this row of grey concrete, we want to mirror what we have on the front of the build, which means that we want to knock 1 grey concrete block off of each end, like this, and we want to place a row of grey concrete that is 1 row shorter than the actual row that was before it, like this. So same row, 1 off of each end. And again, do the same thing, another row, 1 off of each end. And do this once again, same row, 1 off of each end, and a final time coming up to the top, same row, just 1 off of each end, like this. Now, the only thing that I have on the back of the house, and the only thing that I would recommend, because this house already kind of has too many windows, you might want to have a small window up at the top of the build, but I really wouldn't recommend a window that is more than like 2 or so blocks, 2 or so blocks wide, and I wouldn't really make it any more than 1 high. This house has quite a lot of windows already, and windows kind of impede what you can place on the inside because stuff sticks to windows and it's kind of tricky. Up to you though. That's what we have right now. What we also want to do is we want to fill in underneath the frame of the house using block of quartz. So basically, just fill in underneath all of these stairs and the back of the house and underneath the garage, fill it all in using block of quartz. Just as I'm doing now, that's the back, left hand side and also the right hand side too. And whilst we are filling things in, I'll also show you what we want to do with the garage as well. It's very minor, but we should have something that should look like this. And if you work your way inside the house here, you'll notice that just left of the garage, you can actually see out into the outside world. Which is awful because we keep prisoners in the garage and they can't be looking outside. We don't want to give them hope. So, I'm joking, of course. And we're going to be, or am I? And we're going to be placing block of quartz left of the stairs. And we're also going to place grey concrete just in this corner. Now, from the outside, we want to have something which should look like this. So you can see that it's the same on the ends for both ends of the garage, and we also have filled in this bit here that make these stairs look nice too. Now, once you have done that, we are going to connect both sides of the house together. And what I mean by this is we want to place a row of grey concrete on the sides of the house in this position, both on the left hand side to create a rectangular shape, And the same on the opposite side of the house as well. We want to place a row of grey concrete on this side too, just to kind of like connect things together. What we also want to do is we want to create windows on both sides of the house, which is why I said the house already has too many windows. So if we begin here on the back right hand side of the house, begin by placing actually 3 vertical rows of grey concrete like this. 1 row, 2 rows, and 3 rows. You can fill in the entire bottom row using grey concrete. Like that. But you also, beginning from the front, want to place 3, I do believe it's actually 4 vertical rows of grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaving you a 2-gap window, which wants to be filled in using white stained glass pane. Underneath the window, place 2 quartz slabs. And either side of the window, we're actually missing a couple of materials. I'm going to get rid of the poppies and I'm going to grab birch fence and birchwood slabs. I want to place birchwood slabs next to the quartz slabs, and I want to place upon the quartz slabs 2 pillar quartz blocks. So coming upwards, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. And I want to extend the birch slab blocks backwards towards the back of the house by 2, 1, 2, and the front of the house by 2 as well, 1, 2. And we want to take the second quartz slab blocks and we want to place 2 fence on them, 1, 2, and 1, 2. We're still missing material, funnily enough. We actually need... I cannot believe that I actually forgot this. Oh, I'm so sad. You know what? You can modify this. I'm going to give you guys 2 options. You can either use flower pots with poppies, right? And you can place a flower pot with a poppy next to the window. Or alternatively, you can grab a grass block and also wooden trapdoors, and you can place a grass block next to the window with a wooden trapdoor in front with a poppy on top. Okay? Maybe you want to alternate the 2, but I really wish I hadn't forgotten that. But I mean, either one looks quite good. Alternate, use one, use the other, completely up to you. Anyway, and I do apologise once again. Once you have done that on this side of the house, we do want to do the same on the opposite side. So if you just fling yourself over to this opposite side of the house, we're going to do the same thing. So I'll just get rid of the flower pots for a moment and I'll re-grab out the grey concrete. So just in case you guys can't remember, we'll begin by placing an entire row of grey concrete on the bottom side of the house. And then on the left hand side, vertically, we want to place 3 rows of grey concrete. 1, 2, 3. And then 2 rows of glass. 1, 2. And then the rest of the rows want to be grey concrete. And underneath the window, we place quartz slabs and extend it left 1 and right 1 using birchwood slabs. We place 2 pillar quartz block on top of the birchwood slabs. And we extend these slabs outwards by 2 using quartz slabs, 1, 2, and the same on the other side. You take the second slabs and place fence on them as high as the pillars. And then it's really up to you whether you want to place grass blocks with wooden trapdoors in front of them, or whether you would like to place perhaps a flower pot, maybe a poppy, or whatever your favourite flower may be. I kind of like the variation now that I'm looking at it, however, it's up to you which one you want to use. And once you have done that, you'll notice that we've actually made quite a bit of progress around the house. And the only thing that we're really missing from this point onwards is a roof, which is made out of quartz stairs. Now, the roof of the house sits directly on the side, all the way down at the top of the sides of the house, really just above where we made the windows. And the roof simply climbs up high like this, it comes all the way up to the top. in increments that you would expect a roof to. And the roof also overhangs by one row as well, out the front and also the back. And underneath the actual roof itself, we want to place upside down quartz stairs underneath all of the overhanging parts of the roof, like this. And it goes front to back, it goes over from the left all the way over to the right, overhangs by one, and you place upside down quartz stairs underneath the blocks, and you of course place them on the sides. Now, I'm going to get the roof done myself, and I'm going to still hang in here with the video. However, I'm not going to speak for the duration of the roof because it's a very boring, very boring procedure, and I don't want to bore you guys with my ridiculous commentary. So, simply make the roof, and then that will be the last part of the tutorial complete. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what the entire house should look like once it has been fully completed. The roof, the garage, the stairs, the entire frame of the house should all be done, and there shouldn't be anything left that we have missed. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please do remember to hit that like button. It really helps me out so much, you have no idea. It's one of the best things you can do for the channel. Please remember to subscribe if you do enjoy the videos and you'd like to see more, and click the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to make anything more by me, please check out the card system and the description below for the huge and weird variety of stuff that I have made on my channel. There are literally hundreds of videos that will show you how to make a huge variety of different things. I'm sure that you guys could go through it for hours, it's insane. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. And this video's subscriber shoutout goes to JP Squashed, who managed to give me a chuckle after asking for a joke on my last video. I wanted a little bit of a chuckle. JP managed it with the comment, "This is the patient to the doctor. Patient to the doctor. Doctor, I feel like a curtain." The doctor responds, "Oh, pull yourself together, man." And it kind of gave me a little bit of a chuckle. Simple joke, loved it. If you would like to show support to JP Squashed, I do believe they have a channel of their own. Please check that out in the description below. I will be leaving a link to that there. Thank you so much to everybody that did comment and responded to the comment that I left with a joke. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope that you guys are subscribed to the channel, and I hope that you've clicked the little bell. I hope you like the videos and comment on them too. I'd really appreciate that. It helps me out. And if you just leave nice comments or funny comments, there's a decent chance that at some point in time you will get picked and shouted out at the end of one of these videos. So once again, thank you to JP Squashed. Thank you so much to everybody that commented, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!